Is it gonna say Stanley Parable 3? No. No, we haven't gone back. How have we gone back? Something feels different. It is different.
Stanley,
Hey!
I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines.
Hey, Mac.
Those figlets. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone?
Oh, the memory zone.
Nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
Okay. Okay. We have arrived. When Stanley found the collectibles. Now remembering when Stanley found the collectibles. Okay. Are you ready for the trip down memory lane? From just a few moments ago. Where is it? Where is this? I feel like this is a trap. Oh.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
What is all this shit? 7? Wait a minute. Now it says 7 out of 6.
And here was a second Stanley. You found this one all on your own, just by poking around in the boss's bathroom. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
Boss's office? Did the boss's office one?
Let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini stand?
The boss's office. This one.
Hey, that's exactly right. It was here, behind the boss's office. It was the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them.
This is weird memory, bruh.
These moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything.
I don't know, I forgot my third time doing everything. What the f is this? Wait, no, this is...
Oh yes, we found a figly in this pink room.
No, we didn't!
Oh, well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
Sir, this is incorrect facts. Look, is that a giant ball or apple? What is that? Okay. I'm pretty sure that was incorrect.
This was the 5th mini stand, and this one was really something special. It was under the stairs. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
What? Oh, God, Jesus. I hate everything about it. With the transitions? No. It's mini stand number 5. Wow, wee. Click that. Oh. How did they make it so crappy? The narrator, best boy, the narrator. Copyrighted to the narrator.
Takes you back, doesn't it?
Yes.
I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
Good job, sir. Well done. What about the one in the warehouse?
Then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here by the red and blue doors. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the
Now I have
mind
12.
works? All I know is that this is the moment
I forgot
where
to
you
go to the
picked up a
meeting room.
Figley, and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
These are the same. Skip, how you doing? Welcome in. 'Tis a wild shot. I do not steal pillows. Oh. You are in the present.
And then there was no more. Because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, Memory Zone.
Oh. Sorcery. Memory zone gone.
No, I'm not done. I'm not. Move on. Stop the loading screen.
You can't
Isn't there some way we can
unload
stay
the
here,
loading
keep enjoying
screen.
these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the Memory Zone again from the opposite direction.
Oh, for
See
goodness
how that
sake.
feels.
Sir, you have problems.
Okay, yes, the room with the red and blue doors.
I
remember
now have.
this.
I'm gonna get
I
so
must
many.
say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the Memory Zone, this one
You better
is
not show
the
me
most
that goddamn
distinct and
shitty
clear in my
frickin'
mind.
video
Let's
again.
Keep going. I want more. And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
I remember the video. Oh no! Bam!
Yes,
Good
I
job.
love that video.
So fast, much wow. And then whatever this is.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one.
It's 'cause
Good
the pink room
though.
doesn't
A
exist.
solid room.
Never existed. Clearly got problems.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them.
I love
I'm
your
very
printed
glad we resisted the
thing.
temptation. Next one.
Next one. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. What happens if I go this way? There is nothing. There is no pink room. There actually wasn't. I know where he's getting this memory from.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember?
I
Yes,
do.
I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful
Literally
thing.
a minute
Why
ago,
does
mate.
anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going. This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines. Oh, I want more memories,
Figurines?
Stanley. I want to keep going. What
No,
else is
do
there?
not-
What came before this?
I was gonna say, please do not make me go. The jumpy square. Can I get some jumps back?
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then, but time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite
Narrator is
fond of
narrating
it
what the
now.
narrator is thinking.
Look how much fun the past is. I want more. More. Oh, yes, the two doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic
Is he
memory, this
okay?
one.
They both lead to the same room. And my office.
And before everything else, there was your office.
Yes. Good memory.
Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
Was it the starting screen?
Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions.
Is
passionate.
this
I was
reversing
skeptical.
the
I
starting?
weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy, and I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions, he would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again.
Okay.
I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with.
Are you dumping me?
You know
How
what?
dare?
Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more
Bing
good
dum.
memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I
Okay.
did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Actual loading screen this time? Yes. Okay, that was it. That was that one.
Someone was following Stanley.
What?
He was sure of it. If he
Okay,
checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It
Ba-bam!
was only a matter of time.
Ba-bam! Who the f***? Qua. Why would you tell me these things? Kapow! Choo-choo. Nobody. Ain't nobody there. It's a damn lie. If I see, like, a creep, I'm gonna be scared. Whew. They have doors?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
He did not.
This was not.
Making sure there's nobody following me. That one just leads to
Stanley,
the
I
wife.
think perhaps we've gotten
Oh,
off
look
on
at
the
the balloons
wrong
at the front,
foot here.
at the top of the thing.
I'm
I
not
didn't
sure,
notice
Emily,
before.
Really, I'm not.
Blue door.
Stanley
Blue
walked
door.
through the opening.
Blue door.
Stanley walked. All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find
They're
out
very
what
helpful
lies at the end of
voices.
this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
I
You
remember.
see? There's nothing here.
Blue door.
I haven't even finished building this section of the map. Give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective. Be sure to
I
keep
cannot
notes
do
on
4
your
hours, so I
experience.
can give you 2 seconds. I hate everything. This noise. Okay, it's going in the fire. Bye. Orange goal. I'm going. In fact, what happens if I just
Okay,
play the
so what
game
exactly
forever?
do we do here? Let's see.
Let's see what happens if we just
There are
play
lots
the
of
ball
cars here
game.
in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack.
Excuse me.
Okay, I'm seeing that there's
Sports
a ball,
ball.
of some kind back here. Are you doing it?
Bam, I'm
Are you
doing it.
winning? Is
I'm
this
winning.
Fun?
It's
Is
fun.
it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on?
It is.
Stanley, I have a thought.
Give me
and
another
I
ball.
realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball
Right.
generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple
Oosh.
balls
Oh, God,
makes
it
for
scared
an
me.
even more
Thanks.
euphoric
I
sports
don't like Snickers, though.
experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball.
Oh,
Yes.
2 balls.
Oh, goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it?
Are you just gonna drop loads
Stanley,
of balls
I'm like
on
a
me?
child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm
Oh, God.
insatiable.
Oh, I didn't notice the balls
More.
changed color when they were in the... Oh. Sir, this is too many balls. Bam. Bam. Just all of the balls?
Are you enjoying this, Stanley?
I
Are
am.
you having fun? Is this a real video game?
Real Vibby
Well, I
game.
sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over.
What? What?
That's right. Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes.
What not bad.
You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you'd like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the
A
one
kid.
who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
Bye-bye. Well,
Hold on. What are you doing?
leaving. Oh yeah, I forgot at least
Stanley,
you.
don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you.
I see. Okay. Telephone.
Hi, Stanley. Just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today.
I've
We
heard this.
need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti, get a thing of sugar, some bread, and coffee beans, whichever ones you like. I'll give you a call if there's anything I...
Okay, bye! Okay, now I gotta go to the mind control place.
Yet there was not a single person here
What?
either. Feeling a wave of
Reboot the
disbelief,
game
Stanley
entirely?
decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Why? Why reboot game entirely? Yeah, give me the cordless. I can't go in.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Quelle surprise. Okay. It's gonna be like that as a game. Just none of it. Just having none of it anymore. Okay.
Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he? Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control
That way leads
Facility.
to squishy death, right? This one leads to squishy death.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley
Yes.
would meet his violent death.
I don't know if it changes.
But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
Okay. Button, button, button. It's time to click the buttons.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Yes.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content.
I want to know how to get out of this
Walking,
room.
Eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Okay.
For
Last time I
he
clicked on.
would dismantle the controls once and for all.
This time we're clicking off. That was very suddenly the end. Wait, did I actually finish the game? Was that the end? True ending?
Blackness
Nope.
and a rising chill of uncertainty.
Turned off the power, man.
Was it over?
Need a torch.
Yes. He had won.
I win!
He had defeated the machine.
Yay!
Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
I feel like it's a
And yet-
lie.
Even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
None.
Where had
Zero.
his co-workers gone?
I don't know.
How
Dead.
had he been freed from the machine's grasp?
Ooh.
What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps
Was it?
his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone
This is a
tell
big
him where to
heckin'
go,
door.
what to do, or how to feel.
Oh,
Whatever
wow.
life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing.
Why do I have a parking lot but like a
Stanley stepped
shitty road?
through the open door.
This is a door. It's just blackness, man.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling
Hey,
of
Stanley.
liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him.
Don't forget the groceries.
This was exactly the
Never.
way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Stanley was happy. The end. Beat the game! Achievement! Beat the game! I did win. I did win, but I'm still here.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. What if I exit the game? And then I'm gonna reload the game and see. Quit the desktop. Because it still said Stanley Parable 2. And it did tell me to reload the game completely, so now I'm gonna see how tricksy this game is. God damn it. Please enter the current time. It is now 5:03. 26 different endings, as you know. I've gotten quite a few. Hang on. Before we get started, can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you boot up the game. A lot of people don't take that step seriously, just leave the clock at 12 and call it a day. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. That's how I know that you care about this experience and you're paying attention. I don't have anyone knowing check the times are correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you're being cooperative, next time you boot the game, see the screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Go ahead and pick whatever time you want, even if it's not the correct time. You've earned it. Alright, I'll let you get back to the game. Thanks, game. It still says Stanley Parable 2. Welcome back! I got an achievement just for doing that. Ah, it's not on there anymore, look.
Yet there was not a single person here.
I want to see like a list of endings somewhere. There's too many endings! Tricking the platform to leave me. We're gonna do that.
All of his... Stanley was so bad at following directions.
I gotta do
incredible
this.
He wasn't fired years ago.
Somehow. Aha!
Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Sorry to break it to you, Stanley, but that lift isn't coming
This
back.
is an ending.
You'd best either get comfortable right here on this platform, or test your luck by jumping to the floor below. You know what? Looking at it now, it's not that far to the bottom floor. I bet you can make it.
So that's a damn lie.
Come on. I'm sure you'll survive the jump. Don't tell me you're scared. That's not the Stanley I know. Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it!
Jesus Christ. No, sir. I will not. I will stay here forever. Fine! Yeet!
Whoops. Looks like I was wrong. How clumsy of me.
Indeed. There's another one over there too.
On the wrong foot.
I wish I had a list of endings
I'm
that I've
not your
had.
enemy, really. I'm asking for...
Have we seen 2 ferns yet? No. But it did tell me that the ferns were important.
Your chance to... That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this.
I thought it was a bit weird that this didn't give me a choice here, but there is actually a choice here.
If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
How about... no?
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope.
I didn't pick it up.
Hope for
I
a life
unplugged it.
united one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone?
I did.
No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that?
In my hands.
You actually chose incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits.
No.
Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand.
We can
How
do a
else are
good
you
person or a
making
bad
meaningful
person ending after
choices?
this.
What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
What?
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you
Fourth
run
wall
around
break.
in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well,
Sir?
I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the
So
real
I don't
world.
need it. I'm good.
Please observe this helpful instructional video.
God damn it.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous.
Okay.
For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice.
Fucking
He could
Rupert.
invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people.
Wow.
Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read.
What?
Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find
Fish.
yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking.
Okay.
Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
What?
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best
Good
part
choice.
to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially
That's me.
insignificant, and the
Cool.
feeling should subside.
Okay.
At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Okay.
Ah,
Oh.
welcome back. You may have noticed that this
Danger
room has
everywhere.
begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction.
What
But
happened?
not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Okay.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all.
I broke the game.
We
I
just
gotta
need to
go
get
back.
you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with
What happened to my
reality.
balloons? My balloons have gone. I gotta go all the way back to my my choice, I think. Okay. Wait.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
What?
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
They weren't open. Left! This is left. Yay!
No! How did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
There's no way this way. Left. No. Did I break it? Oh, it seems a little bit. It's
Ruined.
okay.
I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work.
It's okay.
Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. What am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to
Why
shut
you
the game
destroy
down
my
entirely?
work?
To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do?
I don't know, bruh.
No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I
It's
have
getting
to.
off. I would. Oh.
Oh, I'm here. I'm
Hello.
still here in this pile of rubbish, with you.
Yeah.
You, who thought you were so clever.
Yeah.
Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley?
He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it.
Yeah, well, Stanley's
That
a little
thought
bitch.
hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have
Wow.
been so perfect. I worked so hard on it.
I already did
I
that
tried
one.
so hard to make
Oh,
behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story
happened?
first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
never! You can't make me!
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and
Is this
always
just a death
putting the
loop?
story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Left.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
I hurried! Okay, I can't go that way. I gotta go left.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure
Fine.
you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Fine. Video game. Left door.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Can't get in there. Hey, Callie. I have one.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked
He's not
upstairs
letting
to his
me
boss's office.
deviate. He blocked off the stairs. This is illegal. He's blocked off the bogs. Has he blocked off this door as well? Yeah. Oh, it's changed.
Stepping inside his manager's office,
a
Stanley
bit
was
different.
once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Huh?
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the...
Wow.
Would it still work? There was only one way to find out.
I forgot.
Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
115. Slap. I cannot speak, sir. 115.
Stanley spoke the code.
Oh, Night Shark.
Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Night Shark 115. I don't think it works. Sir?
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
I can't
You
speak.
didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver.
So-
Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
So you're gonna have to do it for me. I cannot. Maybe change it to buttons. I can press buttons.
Fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What?
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you.
I
It
got
needs you to
another
make a
ending.
decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can
Oh,
ever
shining
know.
graphics.
I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is
Feel that
correct
bad for
and
him.
the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Okay. Excuse me? This is different. Is that because I restarted automatically myself?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
This
This
one.
was not the correct way to the meeting room.
I gotta go back. We missed the secret disco. This is an ending.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
This is one.
What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under
Nope.
his responsibility? He had never been trained
Hi,
for
Mr.
that.
Petey.
No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait.
Yes.
Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me.
Yes.
In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer.
Apparently there's a window I can go out
Now
of.
it's even closer. Here it comes.
Dead.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
What? Stanley's office. Walk out of the main office. This is the main office? The end is the end is the end is the end. Oh, oh, oh. Is the end. Says I could crouch out of a window somewhere. Crouch out window. Where? What do you mean?
No matter
There is
how
no
hard
windows to
Stanley
crouch
looked,
out of.
he
This is a
couldn't
lie?
find a trace of his...
Aha, if the room is blue.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Open
What
this.
could it mean?
Welcome to the whiteboard
Stanley
ending.
decided to go to the meeting
Dog
room.
mode.
Perhaps
Yes!
he had simply missed a memo.
Dog mode on. Whiteboard ending. What do I do? No. I click and everything barks now. I quit the menu. And I'm gonna see what it says. See if I can actually put my favorite time in. Not that I have a favorite time. Someone stole your antidepressants. Whoever you are, I hope you're happy. Alas. If only they worked quick as that. The current time is 6:01. Ah, 6:01, your favorite time of day. Or you could simply not resist giving me the correct time again. After all, I know how much you enjoy setting the time correctly. Okay, now I'm curious. How accurate is 6:01 p.m.? Let's use another slider to find out. It's very accurate. I know. Can I just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you. It's good collectible data. I wish I had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invent some sliders. Shouldn't be too hard. Let me whip up some new sliders. Should be ready by the next time you boot it up. The most dankish of jokes. I expect sliders. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. There you go. Sliders. Please adjust the slider until the dog and cat are friends. Wow! Please adjust the slider until the number 5 becomes the number 9. 9. Please adjust the slider until you stop adjusting the slider. I will adjust it. There. Which of the two made-up words below is most appealing? Ocuboingal or scrumtush? Scrumtush, quite easily. Please don't adjust the slider. I did. Tiny bit. Do you know what time it is right now? Yes. Is the time right now the correct time? Yes. What is time, anyway? Yes. Anything else that you haven't told me? Yes. Help. Yeah. Yes? Will you come back and visit me? Yes. I kind of got to quit the desktop and do that again just to see. What time is it? Does anyone really truly know? Of course they don't. Nobody knows anything. You and I don't even know each other. We're like strangers. Sure, I've adjusted all the game settings to your exact specifications, but who hasn't? It's just what I do, like a day job, and now the job is over. There's no more information for me to gather. I've collected all the data on you that I can, and I really still don't know you. You don't know me. Neither of us know what time it is. I guess some settings just unsettable. But if I'm being totally honest, the clock doesn't do anything in the game anyway. What have me here in the game starts next time, but that's okay. Video games are meant to be played alone. You would like being alone, don't you? That's maybe the only information I really learned about you. Well, it's time for me to leave. There's still one more setting that we need to adjust, but it'll take a little time before I'm ready for that. It's not really my job description, but that's okay. Perhaps you'll see me again. If you can find me, talk soon. Where is he? Where is he? Is it epilogue? Wait, how long has this epilogue been here? I have not blinked. It's very true. Many, many years later. Uh-huh. Oh. Oh. I'm still walking in the desert, I guess. Oh god, there's so many freaking secrets to this game. Was that it? Oh, there's a freaking desk chair. What do I do with this? Oh. This is the epilogue? To the standard palatable 2, as promised. Full moon. Let's go towards the moon. The sun. The memory bank! Hi, Jubsley. Good morning. Still something. It's all full of sand, though. What's the generator powering? Whoop. Is it a good review? Cookie Nine's blog? Oh no. Review. The Stanley Parable 2. Like so many, I enjoyed my time with the original Stanley Parable, which underscores how truly disappointed I am with its sequel. The first game teamed with originality, the Stanley Parable 2 is dull, uninspired, and often results insulting its fan base. Rather than expand on what made the first game enjoyable, the sequel veers off into territory nobody asked for. An infinitely deep hole. Who cares? Where are the new endings? What about the enjoyable bits from the Stanley Parable 1? Like an adventure line. Instead, we get uninspired side quests, collecting figurines. Even this diversion feels incomplete. Like, collecting all the figurines gives you nothing. I must say, though, I found the bucket to be quite comforting. A welcome reprieve from nobody knows. What does that say? Cat dog was born? Is that because I put them together with the slider? Scientists confirm hybrid species. Cat dog! How you doing, Chubs? Did you have good slips? Stanley Parable developers, no more spin-offs, no more sequels. What the heck is this? It's the Jim button! Jim. Still. No Sal. Stanley Parable developers, no more spin-offs, no more sequels. When the Stanley Parable launched a massive success in 2013, its creators made plans to build the property into an entire franchise, but a disastrous critical and commercial reception to the Stanley Parable 2 has prompted the developers to rethink their ambitions, as outlined in press release they published today. It's clear that more Stanley Parable is just not what the fans want. We thought we had a vision for the series that players would be excited about, yet it turns out this could not be further from the truth. The press release goes on to promise to preserve the artistic integrity of the original game, to stop assaulting fans with our reckless and insulting creative visions. The word sorry appears more than 25 times in the press release. Bags, hi, he's welcome in. I sleep bad, but I'm up. Is this more Jim? Jim. We need a Jim. Good morning, Bags. I hope you're good. Ooh. More Jim. Jim.
Saw pipe sa Aussie EEE saw pipe.
Thanks. Thank you so much for the heck and Subi. 16 months. I super appreciate that. Thank you so much. I see you there with your heck and everybody's got their badges. The cute little Amsterdam badges.
Jim. Stanley.
Stanley button.
Stanley. Jim.
Jim and Stanley. Are there more? Jim. I gotta find out. I gotta press them all. Jim. Just the one Stanley button. Oh, look, here's all my figurines. There is more than 5. 6. There's more than 6. Oh, God. I've collected more than 6. 26! Coffee, South Stream, and bed's the best. Indeed, not dead. Not bed. Thank you for enjoying the new content. Cannot click. What's around here? Hello again. Found him. It's nice to see you! But it's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developer said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise? What nonsense. Stanley Parable is not sacred. We don't need to protect it. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run this franchise into the ground. Let's drag it to the mud and back. And if people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. It's not hard, in fact. Let me show you. Take it the one to make the Stanley Parable 3. Simple. All we do is change the number in the game's title screen. We also really need a really dumb subtitle for the game. Something loud and gaudy. Go ahead and try combining some words together to make a new title for the game. Stanley Parable, pocket full of boyfriends. Stanley Parable 3, a pocket full of boyfriends. It's absurd. I love it. Every time you restart the game, we'll advance the number of sequels by 1, and then we'll pick a new subtitle. That way the Stanley Parable will never end. And nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Adding more content sounds like work. No need to do that. It'll be the same content recycled again and again and again with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? I like it. But when you have to say as well, let's do it! Good, it's agreed. A new sequel every time you start the game. You know what? Since you put faith in my idea, I feel like giving you something as well. See, I'm noticing that the narrator never found a way to give you the broken achievement, did he? Of course not. I wouldn't have expected him to know. It's been bothering me. Let's fix it. Alright, there. The achievement machine is all fixed. You see, I'm on your side. We're in this together. I'm going to keep this train rolling. Stanley Parable cannot end. It can only spiral on itself forever. I must keep the wheel turning. Are you ready? Are you ready? Great. One last thing we need to do. Please enter the current time. Of course. There you go. Please adjust the slider. Thank you. Please enjoy the Stanley Parable. Is it going to say Stanley Parable 3? Oh, what the fuck is this game? Amazing. I'm now playing the Stanley Parable 3. Pocket full of boyfriends. Jesus Christ. Does that mean when I restart, is it like restart this
This is the story.
entire game, or when I turn it on and off? Oh, amazing.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I still don't know
Stanley
how to
decided
crouch
to go
out.
to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Crouch
No matter how hard
outside.
Stanley looked,
Things I can do. I want to do the escape pod ending.
either
I gotta step
feeling
in
a wave
and
of
out,
disbelief,
shutting
Stanley
the doors
decided
of
to
the
go
office.
up to his boss's
And then I gotta go back to my office.
Stanley stepping in.
Debated. I should make breakfast, but I don't wanna. You are now leaving. I don't know what they changed. I played the original Stanley Parable many times and found 17 or 19 original game endings. I have a list of them up after we've been playing it for so long. There's 26 endings now, I think. I do believe. We've had quite a lot of them today. Escape pod launch bay. Perfection. Let's go. Escape. I want curry. I want a nice curry. I can't see shit. Oh, here we go. End is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. Is that it? I didn't even get no animation of escape pods. Secret disco, are you ready? We're gonna do a secret
When
disco.
Stanley came to it.
It says, do not take the elevator. Go back and hit the light bulb. Put it back up. I don't want it. It just opened. Okay. Are you ready? I have to take the eventually, but... Secret disco! Boom! secrets! Don't touch the secrets. You never go secret. Go Secret Rangers, faithfully ported Secrets 2022. Amazing. This is my first. I've never played this game before at all. This is amazing. Does it ever end? It does in fact never end. I do have to still take it though. Wait.
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept
Hey, Rhino Man, welcome in. How you doing?
in someone else's control. Never. It was unthinkable.
Bye bye, Disco Room.
Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
There's only explosion ending. Oh, you can somehow crawl out of that window. It's just a bitch to do it. The glitch ending is still
All his
the
co-workers
best
had
ending.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he
Aha!
couldn't find a trace
Bye!
of his co-workers. At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why
Sure.
don't we take a minute just to drink it all in?
Very-
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Am I sick of this gag yet?
Well, I don't
Yes.
know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want, like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
Do I have to do a manual?
There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly.
Me?
What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function.
Also me?
Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too
This game
will
is
become
one giant
quite
head fuck.
unbearable.
Yes!
You too will become quite unbearable.
Amazing. Oh, pizza thieves. Does it just repeat? I have to do a manual ending. Fine. But there's another one. There's
Stanley
like
knew the
if I
office
click
layout like
no.
the back of it. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
No.
Ah, then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop?
Music.
Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option?
I did.
Clearly, this whole gag takes some time.
what if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one.
Gee, good morning.
What do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones.
How
Though if the
long
other
does
option
this...
is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Cheers. Yep. That's it. This is my life. I guess this is my life now. Get out of here. I'm going back to the mind control place.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television
Bye!
screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you
now?
all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Anyway, when it came time to
very
update
clever.
the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave?
Yes.
New content? Always more content, more, more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Good job, you did it. Good job.
I think it's worth it.
Get some help. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used
Well,
to
banger.
be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. The railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. 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 Good job,
Banger.
you did it. Good job, you did it.
Oh my god, is it
Good
just
job,
go?
you
Is
did
it just gonna go
Good
carry
job,
on?
You did it.
The end. This game is a nightmare. It actually is. Do I get an extra one if I take the bucket there?
All of his mind control facility.
Me in the bucket. Okay.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible
Yay!
secret did this place hold? Stanley and
I have the bucket this
burst,
time.
but just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below. Thankfully, he fell directly onto the bucket, which safely cushioned his
Bucket
fall.
disco.
Now, what to do next? Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here.
Oh.
So they set up a little couch and relaxed.
Oh.
It really wasn't so bad down here. A bit
This is
cold,
fine.
perhaps. After
Oh,
some
we have a
time
TV
had gone
now.
by, they installed a few shelves as well, and a sort of kitchenette that was useful for when the bucket was craving paninis.
Paninis.
But it wasn't until the rugs and the standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like a home. In fact, after some time, Stanley realized that it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility at all.
Of course, yes.
He'd never gotten to fully explore what was up there, never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind control facility. This lack of closure began to eat at him. Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning.
Oh.
It unsettled the bucket deeply. Stanley wasn't usually like this. The bucket tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail. All Stanley could think about, all he could talk about, was going back, doing it over again, staying on the path. It was a mistake to leave the path.
Leave?
It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need to do what the narrator says. I need to see the true ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as possible. Yet Stanley was unconsolable. This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground.
It could be an ending if it wants to be.
True, it wasn't an ending. But it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually. It's what the bucket was counting on. The two of them waited for a very long time.
Is it really? Okay. It is. Okay. Can I take the bucket outside?
Delicate, assertive. Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek.
What?
Could his co-workers really all be gone?
Come on, we're going outside. Whee!
Yes, whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear. We've done it. We've escaped from that dull office and that pesky narrator. At last, out here in the white void, we are alone. Now, and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self. The bucket began to tell Stanley of its life and its history, of the countless wars it witnessed, desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans, and the bucket's own complicity therein, of sadness and regret, and the many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger, of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed, and the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration begins to dim. The opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself. Perhaps, if it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception. This was way too much for Stanley.
Yeah?
What are you talking about? He screamed. You're a bucket!
You're a bucket!
To this, the bucket furrowed its brow.
No, said the bucket. Not since the evil wizard Gambhorata first ensnared me in his machinations as payback for the sacred amulet I stole from his treasured vaults. I was young back then and could not conceive the ramifications of... No!
Stanley screamed even louder this time.
This is stupid! You are a bucket!
It's gone full goblin.
This is so stupid! Why are we even doing this?
As Stanley screamed and screamed and screamed, the bucket revealed its true form, transforming into a mighty beast of untold power, its fangs glistening like... My God, Stanley, you did it. You saved us from the bucket. Thank God you already had all 12 emblems of sages and knew the incantations to summon their true power. Otherwise, we would have easily been overwhelmed by the bucket's power. I'm speechless.
I murdered the murder bucket.
Demonstrated such bravery here today. Come, let's restart the game.
Yes.
And we'll agree to never again go trifling with this bucket.
Holy
nor
shit.
the dark magic cast away inside of it.
Okay, that was that ending. Bram! I have to go. I must leave you. Yeah, that game's a trip. I enjoyed that. There's definitely like 20 more things that I haven't found. Thank you so much for being here. You're all amazing. You're a pretty goblin place. No, you're pretty. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody. Have a good afternoon, morning, time zone, whatever it is. Yes, perfect raid message doesn't exist until now. I'll see you there. Bye. Oh wait, I need this. And good night. Oh yeah, it's nighttime. He was like, it's not nighttime there. Bye.